Okay guys, Nejda from St. Vincent. Want to thank everyone for watching, subscribing, commenting. You got to share. We're trying to get to 10,000. We're almost there. I'd love to get to it today because today is New Year's Eve. I hope you guys are going to have a great time, whatever you're doing. If you have any cash from Christmas, come down here. We're open today, but we'll be closed tomorrow, and then we'll be open on the 2nd. Come spend your money so that you can buy something from us here. Now, while we're here, I want to introduce you to someone. This is Lisa. She does all of our leasing.
Hi everyone, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah, so I wanted you guys to see who she is. So if you're looking for space, she's the one you're gonna be dealing with when you come down here to get space. So now, again, we're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna visit with one of our tenants. So let's go check it out. You like the watch? Yeah, nice. Okay, we're back at Swiss Ice with Armand. Armand, good to see you.
There's a welcome back, guys.
Yeah, so, you know, watches are a big thing, obviously, in jewelry, and especially in downtown. We carry a lot of stuff, so we decided to come back. 2024 was a great year. It's going to be a better year next year. So we thought we'd ask Armand, what are some of the most popular watches that you saw being sold in 2024? You kind of go over it and see like why you think they were popular.
Sure, yeah. Well, here I have a few pulled out of just the regular stuff that's been selling for the past 30 years.
Okay.
And things that will continue to sell into 2025.
Okay.
We have the 36 date just in stainless steel, one in two-tone, the smaller mid-size model that's been actually super popular this year, the 31 millimeter.
Okay.
All women have been going for that size, and we've seen honestly an increase in demand for the 31, especially during the holiday time. The Submariner two-tone, a classic always, and then the 41 two-tone and Oyster. We've personally, as a company, sold a whole bunch of these this year, just because of their price point and value.
So speaking of price points, if we were looking here as far as range, what are we talking about? What's like the least expensive compared to the most expensive?
So like this 36 date just is a vintage model actually that we sell a lot of.
Vintage.
It's a reference 1601 from the 1970s, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, okay.
Yeah, you can see a little patina on the dial, a little fading, but it's freshly polished. It's all original. It comes just like this as it was 50 years ago, and something like this will run you $3,500.
Back in the day, I assume men wore this.
And they still do.
They still do?
Of course,
okay.
yeah.
But a woman could also wear this
also,
at this point?
Yeah.
Because I was talking to somebody else, and I remember in one of the videos we were talking about how the watches that Rolex used to make 20, 30 years ago, like 36, 38 was like the biggest.
The top men's size, correct.
And now 41 is like or 40 and 41 is like the standard that everyone gets.
Exactly, yeah. So the mid-size back in the day, in the 90s and 80s, was called the mid-size because this was the middle. So this went for both men and women. Yeah. And then the men's size now, the 36, is basically the middle for men and women.
We've seen some really big watches, obviously, not necessarily with Rolex, but there's some giant watches that it's kind of like, okay, it's getting out of control at this point, especially on a regular size guy. A big guy wearing a big watch is one thing, but regular size guy wearing it kind of looks odd. Okay, so this is it's an older watch, but obviously it's a Rolex, so it's
of course, all original.
Perfect. Okay.
And from the 70s, but very cool and in nice condition.
Okay, so that's about how much did you say? About
35.
3,500. Okay, and then what about something like this?
So this is a mid-size 31 millimeter, all stainless steel. And then we've added the custom diamond bezel and the diamond dial. So this one's going to run $5,750.
Got it. Okay. Nice.
And this is a newer model than the men's one I showed you earlier. So they updated the movement, updated the band. So it's just more modernized.
And I love the diamonds, obviously. Wow, look at that. And then you said this is an Oyster?
This is the Oyster Perpetual Date Just.
Date Just.
With the Jubilee bracelet.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so that's nice. And then we go to this one. What's going on with this one?
So this is a model that this year we've got a super uptick in demand for this exact model, but with its original papers.
Okay.
So we had a lot of customers asking for 36 in two-tone because they love the gold and the steel, but they wanted the original papers. So this year I've sold the most ever with the original papers for the 36 two-tone.
Got it.
Something like this will run $62.50.
Okay, still, I mean, look, these prices are...
Yeah, these are like true.
Oh my God!
Market
and this
pricing.
is like what they call box and papers.
Correct. Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
This is a great price. I mean, this is a great looking watch. I mean, this will go with, you know, a black suit. It could go with like like an ivy colored or like a brown suit. It matches a lot of different things because it has the two-tone.
And it's just the most timeless look from Rolex. It's a date just, has the Jubilee bracelet and two-tone gold and steel.
Yeah, this is really, really nice. Okay, so that one looks good. And then my favorite one, the Ferrari on Colors one, as you've heard me say it a couple of times, where I went to high school, because it has the gold and the blue. Okay. I know a little bit about this one, but let's remind everybody what this is all about.
Yeah, so this is Submariner 40 millimeter, two-tone 18 karat gold and stainless steel. This is one of the more modern models. With any Rolex, they're very similar to how they came when they came in the 60s and 70s.
Got it.
So this is they just update them every decade or so. So this is a 2015 model in excellent condition, as you see. It's the blue dial and blue bezel. They also come in black on the two-tone, and this one's priced at $14,500.
Again, right, I think that's a great price.
Which
again,
is below its retail price.
Yeah. And so this is actually, we've seen this a couple times. I've worn it a couple times on some of the videos. I saw somebody downstairs the other day who had it, and I kind of grabbed the wrist, and I'm like, yeah, I know that watch. And they're like, yeah. So it seems to be a really popular one. I really like this one. And then you got this one right here.
This is a watch that actually I just sold this morning.
You did? Okay, should I put it back?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It has to be shipped out today, so we're okay.
Okay.
Like I said, and the Datejust 41 on the Oyster band is something that we've sold a whole bunch this year, just because of its value and price point. It's also a watch that trades under its retail price. So a buyer that's coming in to see the watch, they know that at the store, first, they can't get it, and then second, it's below its price with us. So like this one, for example, we sold this morning for $11,500.
Wow.
Yeah, with the factory diamond dial.
Wow.
And box and papers.
What a great deal. And so this is eventually going to get shipped out at some
Today.
point.
Yeah, today.
So before it gets shipped out, I think I'm
gonna try it on.
gonna throw it on my wrist just to see what.
Oh yeah, you have the same watch but in stainless steel, so we can.
You're
getting an upgrade.
That's true. There you go. Okay, let's put this one on.
If you scratch it, then you're paying for the polish again.
Uh-oh. Hey, you know what? This actually, I think I bought this because it fits right on my wrist, baby. Look at this. It's like perfectly. You don't even have to size it. Look at that. I love it. Okay. How much was this?
$11,500.
Let me see. Nah, I don't have it with me.
Not yet.
Plus it's sold already.
End of the year bonus. We'll get you one by then.
This is really, really nice. Feels really good on your wrist. Okay. So these are like the most popular ones that you've seen in 2024.
Correct. Yeah, these are things that we've sold in the past 20 years of business that my dad's been in, plus I think going into next year and forward.
Okay.
Now, of course, there's going to be some other trends that pop up along the way that have came and gone, and then, as my mom always says, that the fashion always comes in a full circle.
Full circle.
So there'll be some things that trickle in that kind of don't make sense now, but kind of mesh with the things going on.
Yeah.
So we'll see those into next year as well.
And so we had talked about this before, but obviously, you're big on eBay.
Correct.
And that's another way for somebody to buy watches.
Yes.
What are some tips you could give to people that are looking on eBay to buy jewelry? What are some things that you kind of advice you can give people?
Yeah, we've been on eBay for 12 years now.
12 years, okay.
We have 100% feedback. We just crossed 4,000 reviews.
Wow.
Which I can say is pretty difficult feat to accomplish on eBay.
Yeah.
And in the watch and jewelry category. So we've had some struggles, but some great success on the way.
Okay.
And we've learned we've created a formula that works really well for us and for the customer.
Okay, so let's hear that formula.
Yeah, I'll give you a little sneak peek into it. So I'll show you a listing that we have on our eBay site that just went up. It's one of our new stock. I'm gonna switch it up from the Rolexes that I've showed you guys. This is something that you won't see every day that we have here in our inventory. This is a Cartier Pasha, 37 millimeter in solid rose gold with the factory diamond bezel and its original box and papers that you'll see here in a second. It starts with the pictures. The first thing a customer will see is the pictures on the listing.
Okay.
And I give credit to my staff at the office. They take amazing pictures, as you see, from this listing and all the other ones. Next will be the price, of course. Now, customer will like it, but then are they willing to spend the money?
Okay.
So all of our watches, we price very competitively to either the next cheapest on the market, or sometimes it's something that's not even listed, so ours will be the only one.
Only one,
but
okay.
it's still priced very competitively.
There's obviously a female watch.
It's a 37 millimeter. It is listed as the ladies, but a man could also wear it. Yeah,
okay.
Because it's 37, so it's bigger than that Rolex we talked about earlier.
Got it. Okay. Are those all real diamonds?
Yeah, it's from the factory. This is how Cartier made this watch.
It's a beautiful watch.
Yeah, pretty cool. It's something we just got into inventory, and I think it should sell here, hopefully, in the holidays. So it's pictures, price, and then description, which we have here. So the description is going to be the model number. Does it have box and papers?
Okay.
Does it have scratches? What condition is it in? So our team goes into, I would say, an extra level of depth into the description to make sure that whatever the customer sees and reads is exactly what they're going to get. Okay. And kind of our formula, what we always go with is under promise and over deliver. And that's worked very well for us.
Okay, so I like that. I like that.
We describe it to its T and anything in detail so that when the customer gets it, they're always extra satisfied where they're like, man, this looks even better in person.
Are they auctions or is there a price to buy at that exact moment?
Yeah, so no auctions for the watches. We do, a part of our business is parts also. We do auction those, you'll see on the eBay, but the watches are buy it now or a best offer option.
Okay.
And then along with all that, for any watches that are all factory, which is most of the watches we sell if they're not customized with diamonds, after the fact, then they go through eBay's authenticity program.
Interesting. Okay, and how does that work?
So customer will purchase, we ship it overnight insured to the authenticity place. It gets there, they verify the watch, they check it for functionality, for authenticity. Once when they verify it, they let the customer know it's all good and as described, and then they ship it overnight to the customer.
Got it. Yeah. So that's almost like a middleman, almost like an escrow.
Exactly.
Sort of.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. So that the customer is secure and safe that they've paid the money, and now that the authenticator has the watch, and then they'll release it to them once when it's all good to go.
And all your watches go through that process?
So eBay only does it for watches that are all original, that have not been customized. So like I showed you guys the 31 with some diamonds added, so that won't go because they don't do that.
Yeah, got it.
But any watch that's all original, they actually verify it for the customer.
And can a customer ask for that step to be skipped because they want to get the watch faster?
Correct, yeah. So this morning the customer is like, hey, I saw your guys' account. You guys are 12-year seller on eBay, 4,000, 100% reviews. I know the watch is legit and I need it before Christmas. So if it goes through the authenticity program, I'm not going to get it. Can I bypass? We're like, yeah, of course. If you want to go that route, we stand behind the product. We still have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and we'll have it to you Saturday morning. So that's the process for one order on eBay that's going to go out today as well.
And then just to remind everybody, can somebody buy something on eBay and then pick it up here?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they're local, they can just stop by here and pick it up.
Of course, yeah. That's the goal of our new LA office that we opened 3 months ago, to reach out to the customers here in Southern California from our website, from eBay, or one of the other 7 platforms we're on.
So recently I was looking at some watch auctions and I noticed that vintage watches, especially Cartiers, have been going up and up and up, steadily going up. Is that the trend for 2025, or is it just something that's happening just all?
I mean, yeah, through 2024, I saw that increase in demand for vintage watches as a whole.
Okay.
And I think that's just a fact of, as time has passed by, now that watches that were made in the 60s and 70s and 80s, now they're getting into that range, obviously,
that's
of
true.
40, 50, 60 years old.
Yeah.
And a lot of customers now that the watches have been so popular in the past 5 years in particular, that they've bought the modern models and have that in their collection, they're looking to expand that.
Yeah.
Just like when somebody buys a few new Ferraris or whatever, the new model car, he's going to want some classic cars as well.
Makes sense.
And all the luxury market plays into that. It's all similar. It's just different products, whether it be handbags, watches, jewelry, or cars. It's all the same.
Okay, so now we've talked about the 2024 watch market. What are some predictions? What are your thoughts on 2025? What direction are we going in with watches?
I see watches going into 2025 with a positive outlook, better than coming into 2024.
Is that why you have the cash machine there? Because you're going to be counting a lot of cash?
I hope so.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what happens in the next 12 months.
Okay.
That's the goal. So we're gonna go into next year, I think, with a really good outlook. I think prices over the past 3 months that I've seen, and I follow market prices very closely because I do the inventory buying, prices have been holding very steady, and into the holidays even a little increase as usual. And demand has been super strong. Usually into the new year, I would say, is slow. However, with the new president coming in next year, with crypto on the rise, which is directly related to the sales of luxury goods, as we saw in 2020 through 2023. The prices, I think, will be stable, and even some models will go back up in price that went too low over the past year or so. We'll see those go up. In particular, I've seen AP, Audemars, some models of those that I bought 6 months ago, the prices are significantly higher. And just like I said, the prices went too low. They went to a bottom that they couldn't go below that, and now they're slowly going back on like a normal chart, not like before straight up, but like gradually
going up,
which is the correct market.
The way it should be.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if the watch prices are going up, then people should start buying watches before they go up. Be a good time to buy watches.
That's the ideal timing, yeah.
Got it. No. So that's, I mean, just like a stock market, right? Before the stock peaks, you want to try to buy when you can. So there'd be a good time to buy it now.
Yeah,
okay.
and in the past 3-4 months, like I said, the prices have been stable. Like, it's a great time to buy. Most models can't go below what they are right now. It just won't make sense then. We'll be in big trouble if that happens.
Yeah.
We'll have other issues.
Yeah. So I saw this collaboration with AP and KAWS.
Yeah.
Right. What are your thoughts on those collabs?
So I love AP as a brand. However, collaborations like that, I think for such an exclusive and high-end brand, I think to me dilute the brand and don't bring you that exclusivity for customers purchasing watches from them.
Got it.
Why I think that is because you're a high-end watch brand and referred to as one of the top 3 brands in the watchmaking industry.
True.
To then collaborate with a brand that does figures and collectibles, I think it doesn't match the brand. And then the watch that was released is a $300,000 watch at that. So something that's not even attainable for the regular buyer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it's right for the brand, but that's just my thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, they can do whatever they want, obviously, but I mean, they're big enough that they can do something like that. And you never know. Maybe that particular watch becomes some kind of a collector's item. But you're right. The regular Joe off the street is not buying $300,000 watches. I mean, there's a range. I mean, St. Vincent is a one-stop shop. They have prices for everything, right? You can buy a $3,000 Rolex, or you can buy a $150,000 Rolex. I mean, there's such a wide band. But the regular person off the street, the prices of the Rolexes are going to be closer to the, between $5,000 and $20,000. That's going to be the range where people are comfortable to spend money, and they're like, okay, this is. And then, of course, it depends on your wealth, how much money you have. But at the same time, like I said, with St. Vincent, because we have so many different types of vendors here, you can buy whatever you want. So if you're budget-wise, if you're at a point where you can buy a $5,000 Rolex, 10 years from now, you can buy the $50,000 and you can come to the same place to buy it, which is a nice thing. Like myself, when I bought my first watch, which we did a video on.
Voila.
All right.
Voila.
Wait, this isn't the one I'm just kidding.
We'll put the link below. I didn't want to spend large amounts of money because budgeting wise, and plus it was my first Rolex. So my father always taught me, when you buy something or when you do something, you have to have a base, right? And so if you buy a $50,000 Rolex for your first Rolex, where do you go from there? Right? What direction do you go? Or if you buy a Ferrari as your first car, it doesn't make any sense, because where do you go from there? So you have to have an understanding of how that works. So, and I think that's a big thing about St. Vincent, which kind of offers all those types of things.
Definitely.
I appreciate all the information. Everything was really good. It was very informative. I think that people learn a lot from these videos. They see what kind of options there are. And it's interesting because I think a lot of people think Rolexes are like humongous prices, and some are, but I mean, everything here is very reasonable for whether it's for holidays or for birthdays or graduation or any of those things. Appreciate you taking the time showing us all this.
Of course.
And we look forward to coming and seeing you again. I want to see some cash going through that machine.
Next time,
Yeah,
we'll get you guys in here when I'm making a sale.
There you go. Thanks for all your information.
Thanks for coming back.
Appreciate it.
See you guys next year.
Absolutely. All right, guys, so we're here in our office. This is our 2025 calendar that we gave to all of our tenants. As you know, we talked about the calendar. It's going to have Alia, dogs, and jewelry. So we passed it out to our tenants. They've seen it, but this is Alia's first time seeing it, so I want to show it to her, get her reaction. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so this is the cover. The cover doesn't have you on it.
Okay.
But you can just kind of see it's a bunch of pictures from when the building was built.
Oh, but I like that. It's beautiful.
Old pictures.
Okay.
And then now
here
here we go, and you're gonna see it on this side.
Oh my God.
Okay, so there's one. You look good. Dog looks good. There's another one.
Wow.
Good, right?
Yeah, this is so cool.
They did a good job of like kind of editing, making the pictures the right side. And then there's another one.
I can't believe how this came out. This looks so good.
Came out good.
This
You
is
look great in it.
super cool.
Nice, huh?
Yeah,
This dog looks like it was a little heavy to carry.
Yeah, some of these dogs were a little heavy, but they're all super cute. This one is the cutest.
This one you can kind of throw around. I wouldn't do that, obviously. I don't want to hear from PETA or anybody else. I'm just joking. And you have this big one.
Wow, I love this one.
Yeah. You know, I like the color combination here because it's gray and white, and it kind of blends all together.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's funny to work on it and then to actually see it in person,
Yeah.
which is super cool. But the dogs all look so cute in all of these photos with the jewelry on.
It's interesting. The dog's ears, the way they're perked up, it's kind of like you're kind of looking and the dog's looking like this. It's an interesting kind of combination the way it is.
These are all so funny. This dog is so funny.
I know.
Like I was looking at the camera.
I think you got, if I remember, there was only one good take with this dog.
With this dog?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, from what I saw.
Yeah, maybe it was
takes.
this dog.
Yeah.
Everything came out so good.
This is obviously, we know whose dog that is.
Whose dog is that?
I don't know.
Oh. Whose dog is this? What a cute dog. Oh, these dogs are so good too. The
Yeah.
Huskies.
Yeah. Again, the combination of the colors, I think with the white and the gray and you wearing your, white outfit and your black hair.
Wow, that was so amazing.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, so our tenants really like it. Obviously the ones that have the dogs love it. The ones that have the jewelry in it obviously love it. And then all of our tenants love you.
Oh.
So that's really good. So
Thank
it's like a
you.
trifecta. I think we did a great job. I think it was a great idea. And we're coming up with some other ideas for next year. We'll see what those ideas are. But I appreciate that you were part of this. It really made it really made it nice.
Thank you for allowing me to be. That was super fun.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yay, I'm so excited. I'm gonna be looking at myself all year.
You can use these. You can give it to some family members if you want.
No, my
Just-
mom's like, get me a copy, get me a copy. My mom's like, I need a new calendar.
I think we should get your mom on the videos.
That'd be kind of cool. We have to fly her out to LA.
Okay, no problem. We can make that happen. Okay, guys, so this is the last video of the year. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment. 2024 was a great year for us. 2025 is gonna be even better. We're gonna have a lot of surprises, giveaways. We may deal with some couple of famous people. I don't wanna give anything away, but I wanna thank all the people that have been watching, subscribing, and commenting. And again, you share the videos. It's New Year's Eve, maybe you're hanging out with your friends. Put the video on that everybody watch. I'll see you guys in 2025.